Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Neal. I'm the Digital Communications and PR Coordinator at HARDI, and I am incredibly excited to introduce to all of you today Joe Rice, who is actually a featured speaker at the Purchasing Optimization Conference that we're having in Newport, Rhode Island, September 14th through 16th. Joe is actually a trainer at Benedict Negotiating Seminars, and his session is going to be called Real World Negotiating. Hi Joe, how are you?
Fine, Whitney. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great. How are things in Florida?
You know, it's hot and muggy and perfect.
That means great things for our industry, so I'm happy to
Yes,
hear that.
yes,
We're just gonna hop right in here if that's okay with you, Joe.
yes, ma'am.
All right, so first question for you. Why do you think that negotiating skills are important in a purchasing role?
Well, Whitney, I think that it's actually broader than just the purchasing role. We negotiate in all aspects of our lives, and we don't think about it as such. And then when we get into that negotiating intense situation, such as in purchasing or in real life when we go out to do things like buy cars, then
Mm-hmm.
suddenly we become focused on the process and how little we know about it and how we feel overwhelmed sometimes by it. So that with a professional purchasing person, they go through that process every day. And what we try and do is give skill sets that allow them to build their comfort level so that they can, under any circumstances, but especially in that purchasing arena, feel like they have knowledge and capabilities that allow them to be effective for both themselves and for their employers.
That's great. So kind of along those lines, you mentioned how we use negotiating skills every day of our lives in a way. So how do you specifically think that your session will help people with their negotiating skills in distribution?
Well, one of the things that we do is that we offer tools that they can customize no matter what their arena is. Hardy is a little different than some industries because distributors go in both directions. They negotiate with the people they buy from, and they negotiate with the people they sell to.
True.
And in some cases, that's the same company.
Right.
They buy and sell from the same company. So what we're really offering them is an opportunity to discover and utilize specific tools that they think would help them in their particular situations when they arise. We don't have a one size fits all. What we're really offering is a set of tools that allows them to decide which ones are most effective for them and which ones they want to use in a particular situation.
I think that sounds awesome. Could you give us a preview of some topics that you'll be covering at your session?
Sure. We kind of start out with really the preparation and planning process. Many times in our lives, we've been taught to prepare for things. We're taught to prepare for tests and exams and athletic contests because people really understand the value of preparation and planning. Yet it's been our experience that in the real world that most people are not taught how to prepare. And so if we can teach them that preparation process, it gives them a confidence level and a skill set way beyond all the people who wait to the last minute and then jump in and aren't really prepared.
Awesome. So last question, what are some main points that you hope party members can take away from real world negotiating?
Well, what we're going to offer them is a broad area. We're going to talk, besides that preparation and planning, we're going to talk about how to begin a negotiation, if there is a way to do that. We're going to talk about the laws of negotiating, the immutable laws, such as whoever has the most leverage wins the negotiation. We're going to talk about some tools of the trade, things like how to deal with good guy, bad guy, or good cop, bad cop, as it's sometimes called. And what we're really going to offer them is a chance to decide which of these tools they liked and then take those specific with them. Here, let's face it, when we go to a seminar, we get all excited and pumped up and we love everything we see. And then we go back to the real world and all of that gets left back at the conference.
True.
And what we're really giving them is an opportunity to take one or two or three things back out of that conference and really apply them in their everyday activities, which will make them more effective as negotiators which is what they want, or they wouldn't be coming to the conference in the first place.
Great. So they can leave with some concrete, measurable items.
There are concrete results available to them, and they can measure them themselves based on what they think best fits their scenario. We don't choose for them. They choose for themselves, because the person sitting right next to them, although they are very similar, may have different needs, skill sets, experiences, and so forth, so may choose different tools.
Well, that sounds great, Joe. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. Once again, everyone, Joe Rice will be at the Purchasing Optimization Conference, September 14th through 16th in Newport, Rhode Island. Have a great one, Joe.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.